Alright, before y'all say anything, yes, I am in the same clothes as last video, and that is because I'm recording this the same day I recorded that Avatar The Last Airbender video. So if you haven't checked that Avatar The Last Airbender video out, check it out. I basically just go over what I think about it. Is it going to be good? Is it overrated? Is it overhated? That was that. We have something a little more interesting. And with this, it was my new anime that I was watching. And I had watched this anime, fell off of it, and was like, okay, let me get back on it. This is not an anime analysis like I did with Yu Yu Hakusho, just because the anime is not done yet. But this is me just giving my... I can't get my camera right here. Oh, hold on with me. Alright, I'm keeping all this in. Okay, but this is basically me just giving my thoughts on how I feel like it's going right now. So, y'all see by the title, y'all see by the thumbnail, we are talking about Dr. Stone. So, without further ado, cue the intro.
Up in the sky, it's a bird!
It's a plane!
It's a geek.
Dr. Stone. I have a lot of issues with this anime show, and I have a lot of things I like about this show too. We'll start out with what the show's about if you don't know. Dr. Stone is about a kid named Senku coming back to life after the whole world has been turned to stone. And they call it petrification. And he's trying to resurrect everybody, get the world to how it used to be, and he's doing that through science. So, off the rip, that premise of a show sounds crazy interesting, at least to me. That is a very interesting premise. And I'm gonna tell y'all where they messed up with that. They messed up with this show because they didn't really thrive on the realisticness of it, right? One of the things I was pointing out was, I'm like, okay, Dr. Stone, Senku, you can do all this stuff. Why don't y'all just procreate? And you know what I'm saying. Why can't y'all just procreate? You know, he's fighting Tsukasa. Why can't you just kill him? You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. And it's like, you gotta think, if you don't know about Japanese culture, their culture, they really ain't trying to do none of that stuff. They don't really mess with guns too funny until the last season. Then this when they had a gun. And I'm gonna try to condense all this into one video, like first season, second, and third. It was just weird seeing, you know, the first season was amazing. The first season is basically him starting from scratch. And when I say scratch, ground zero, making his clothes, making his this, that, food, clothes, shelter, making all of that and coming back, resurrecting some of his friends. He gets Taiju. He resurrects the girl, I forgot her name, but he resurrects the girl and they come back. And then he resurrects Tsukasa, and like he's doing all this stuff thinking he's doing the right thing, and Tsukasa comes with a different perspective. So already I feel like the writing for this show is really, really, really good. I really do. Because, and this is, we're gonna fast forward to, I guess, season 2. Because season 1 is basically him just making the building blocks and doing what he has to do. And he meets the village, and he's doing everything with the village, becomes the king of the village, and does that and does this. And then you go to the war with Tsukasa. And Tsukasa's whole thing is very intriguing to me because Tsukasa and Senku are they're kind of the same. Their ideology is very, very, very similar. And the fact that Senku basically just wants to resurrect everybody. Tsukasa says, no, we should only resurrect the people who are strong so we can become stronger. And because other people, when they were here, they were basically abusing their power and taking over everything and conquering everything. So let's not resurrect those people, and let's keep the people we have and start new, start brand new and start fresh. So they're kind of wanted to do the same thing, just at different reasons. And their minds are different. So this is where kind of the gripe started come with me, is because Tsukasa has to kill Senku or wants to kill Senku just because Senku has his thing where he wants to do the whole world, and it kind of the two ideas kind of clash. Boom. But I never understand. I think this is towards season 2. I never really understand why Senku wants to go at Tsukasa. And I want to say it's probably just because it's like eat or be eaten. So it's like Senku's going to go first and do what he has to do. But that was kind of different to me. So it's like, okay, Senku you're kind of doing similar stuff that Tsukusa's doing in a way. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, he's still creating stuff, creating this, creating that, and I'm very, very smart. But I'm not Senku level smart, by no means. I'm not even close at all. So some of the stuff he's talking about, I'm like, okay, I don't know what Brett talking about. Actually, not some. Most, if not all the stuff he says, I don't understand. Alright? So I'm just taking bro word for it. The nitric acid, the this acid, the this. I'm like, okay, it's Senku, you know what he's doing. But it gets to a point, right? It gets to a point where I'm like, hold on, bruh. How are you able to make a car? How are you able to make a cell phone? You know, how are you making some of this stuff? And I'm not really understanding, you know, how he's able to do some of this stuff, because it's not really making sense. It's like, okay, I know you're Senku, you know a lot about science, but some of the stuff is like, bruh, this seems like it's a little far-fetched to be making this early, right? You know what I'm saying? At least that's what I'm thinking. Because Senku has an advantage. You can't really compare Senku's, what he's doing, to the world before petrification. Because Senku has an advantage because he already knows everything in his mind. Back before petrification, people had to use generations and generations to have ideas and make them better and better. Senku already knows the best ideas and knows how to do it. So that's fine. But it's like, I feel like it might be a little too early for him to be doing this. I feel like it might be a little too early for him to be doing that. Right. Another major issue I had was the whole plot line and storyline with Senku's father. Now, it was good. And that one girl who can sing that song's fire. Song's fire. Y'all know who I'm talking about if you watch Dr. Stone. You know who I'm talking about. But basically, Senku's dad, and you're probably wondering, I mentioned the village. This is how the village basically becomes a thing. Senku's dad was in space when the petrification happened, right? They were in space. He had a whole team with him. And we're told they go back down to the place, Ishigami Village, where the village is at right now. So Senku's dad, they land where the village is currently at. So already I'm like, okay, this seems like it's a little far-fetched. Senku's in that area where the village is at, because he got petrified there. They come from space and land somewhere remotely close to that. That's cool. This is not the problem I have. The problem I have is the third season, they retcon it. They switch it around. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. They say, no, Ishigami Village, they didn't land right here where we originally thought they did. They landed somewhere over the sea. And I'm like, well, hold on. Last season, y'all just said they landed where they at right now. The 100 Tales. Y'all said that. But they changed it to where we would have a reason to go adventure out and do this and do that. So that was a problem with me. Then we get the third season. And the whole thing where petrification is not becoming a big deal. And this is a Marvel anime channel. So y'all know I talk a lot about Thanos. It kind of reminds me of the Infinity Stones. I'm going to try not to keep y'all long. I'm probably going to go ahead and wrap it up right here. But it kind of reminds me of the Infinity Stones, where everybody's getting petrified left and right. But it doesn't matter because they got the miracle fluid and they can just break them out. And then all of a sudden, the petrification got healing powers now. So I can take Ginro or Kinro, whatever brand name was, the dude with the blonde hair who's weak, who's a wimp. He took, he took something to the chest. It was he got impaled in the chest. And you telling me him being turned to stone somehow reworks it to where the wounds are gone? Y'all lost me. It don't make sense no more. Because now you make it to where basically nobody can die. Nobody can die, bruh. You had the old dude, Kasaki, the dude who's known for being able to build stuff. You had him get petrified, and he gets unpetrified. He has no arthritis and no this and no that. I'm like, bruh. I'm like, man, what is going on? And then we get this device in season 3, where you throw it up in the air. You gotta say 1 meter, 1 second. You throw it up in the air, and it'll do it. So it'll blast the blast radius will be 1 meter, and it'll go off in a second. And I'm like, man, this is odd too. You know, it's stuff like that I really wasn't messing with. So And especially when I thought this last season was them gonna just be like, I know they had to go to the village to get to some certain stuff to make more miracle fluid, but I'm like, bruh, this is not what I expected it to be. So from right now, my perspective is Dr. Stone is a good show. I wouldn't say it's a must watch. If you don't watch it, you're not really missing anything. But I would say if you are interested in the concept, definitely check it out, because it's not a bad show at all. But if you watch it, if you never watched it before, watch it and keep in mind everything I've said. Come back to this video if you still remember this video, and let me know your thoughts on what I'm talking about. But without further ado, that's gonna be it for me. If you love the video, like the video. If you don't love the video, like the video. I'm on the road to 200 subscribers. I appreciate everyone who continues to watch my content, share my content, like my content. And yeah. Oh yeah, I'm out. Peace.